about a minute and a half before the horn blows. Lakers come out as the visitors for this game in their black uniforms. One change from the earlier game today. Here is going to be a net instead of Nyla. I think we had the bugs worked out, but if you could press somebody at the rink and let them know if you can hear me, it'd be appreciated. Every once in a while, there's a load of that. They pan up there on any stoppage and play. Tonight's opponent is one that the Lakers are pretty familiar with after the fight like the men's tournament last week. The Cedar Rapids Roughriders. This is going to be their 19-year squad instead of the 16-year. They'll probably have a few girls that didn't play before and play with the Lakers. We didn't get confirmation you can hear us, so we'll keep talking. Next play starting for the Lakers just here and not Jason at center. That one's going to be Maui and Piper on the left wing. McKenna and Avery will be the starting defensive player. Right, we got some paperwork to do. It looks like we have to squeeze over with another 4 feet. We got a signature. Looks like everything's in order. We're ready to drop the puck and start play. Cedar Rapids space ahead with the opening face-off. Doesn't shot wide of the goal. Picked up by Avery. He's going to reverse ice and try to pass it back around on the end lines. It's tied up trying to do so. Cedar Rapids passes it back out to the point. We'll look it down, cut off by Maui, tip over to Grayson, but unable to get control. That one deflects off McKenna, wide of the net. And the Lakers look to break it out. If they do, with Piper pushing it up the near side board. He gains his own, loses the puck. It's played up into the boards and then back down. Grayson ties it up along the boards. He comes away with the puck and fires across the front of the net, and Molly will pick it up. Tries the centering pass. It's stopped. It was going to pinch at the point. Send one on net. It's going to be locked and covered by the goaltender. Lakers turns it up. We got Audrey on the left wing now. Lily taking the face off, and Audrey on the right wing. Keegan and Shay, the defensive player now. The puck is dropped, and Cedar Rapids controls back behind their muff. Really trusty and cuts it off there, throws it into the corner, and looks to pass it out. The center moves up the boards, Shay keeps it in. Reverses to the far side boards, where Lily jumps on it and pushes it towards the net. And back to the near side corner where Audrey will get it further behind the net. Cedar Rapids trying to get it clear. It looks like they will break out here. To the near side, stays in a race. Stays up back to Lily. Lily's going to turn and skate it up to neutral ice on the far side boards. And in the zone, flip a shot on ice, and if he's covered, and we'll get another face off. All five Lakers shooters serve kind of left wing at center. I hope at left wing and Keel on right wing. We're aware on the face-off there. It's still in the Lakers zone. We hope to takes control of it below the net, back out to the ice. But Avery collects it on the front of the other defender on the right now. Storm's in the battle for the puck on the south side boards. Flip ahead and not quite out of the zone. Avery made a good shot out there with the stick to hold it in, and Harper's going to converge on it. Try to gain control under the goal line. I send one towards the net, bounces off the side of the net. Lakers look to try to get something set up in their offensive zone here. Cedar Rapids looking to move it up to the far side boards. Avery holds at the point, sends it back down. Harper collects it, pushes around, passes back out to the point for Avery. Avery goes D to D stands on a one-time attempt. And it looks like it's going to leak out to neutral ice. The Lakers will look to regain possession. That's it back into the zone momentarily as Sloan chips it ahead. The rest of the girls are changing. She's going to pass it out to the point. McKenna's going to fire in on ice, covered by the goalie. It's a little snow shower from Piper in there, looking for a rebound. Back to the Piper Grayson model line. Keegan and Troy, defensive player on the ice now. Grayson wins it back clean to Piper. He gives it to Trey at the point. Turnover. So the Cedar Rapids player lost an edge there. Puck does not pick it off the center ice. Piper passes it back to Keegan. Keegan looks to advance, finds Molly. Take the center of the ice. Piper pass to Piper was intercepted, and the Cedar Rapids will bring it in, and that is goes. First shot that goes on goal here with the flex harmlessly into the corner. Grayson's going to scoop this one up. Circle it around the boards, and they're going to come up the near side board. Piper tipped it over to Trey, so he's going to skate up ice, passes it back to center for Grayson. Grayson's going to bring it in on her forehand, but the defender deflected it there, and his shot went wide. Cedar Rapids controls now, looks to get their breakout. Up the near side, reverses over to the far side, reverses to the north side. Sends it into the Lakers zone and goes off to a change. And now the Lakers are going to press the issue. Keegan skating up ice, two neutral ice, two gains the zones. With Molly helping on the right side there. Keegan skates down under the line with the puck. Cedar Rapids gets possession and starts moving it back the other way. Pass ahead and intercepted by Lily. Lily's going to grab it on the near side boards and look to move it back up. He passes off up the near side boards. So Abby tries to take over, but the puck is turned back into the Lakers zone. to the end board. McKenna trying to carry it out now. If he does get it out, but looks like the pass did not connect. We'll go for an icing and back to the defensive zone face off for the Lakers. The Summers are going to stay the same. It's Avery and McKenna out there. We're going to get a clean on forward line. Sloan and center now. Kira and Harper flanking her. Sloan won the face off. Moved up to Harper. Harper pushes it along. Icing is waved out. Rear official waved off icing, but the forward official did set his arm up. Blow it dead. It'll come back to the Lakers zone. And we will do it again. Almost 5 minutes gone in this first period already. We've got 12:08 remaining. They looks like we had a ton of shots on goal on either side. Both teams looking to get it established an offensive rhythm. One takes the face off, wins it over to McKenna. He's going to pick it up the near side boards. Pass up the boards to Harper. Lakers are shooting 2-on-1 now with Harper and Kira. But and then defender for Cedar Rapids controls it. They clear in the front that stopped at the point by Avery and sent back under the goal line where Harper picks it up. And sends a centering pass toward Kira that went on net, was frozen, and we'll get an offensive zone face back with a line change. Makers it turns out five skaters. Kira and Trey skate out as the defense. Forwards will be Grayson, Luna, I'm sorry, Grayson, Piper, and Molly. Cedar Rapids controls off the face off. If Jason makes a nice play to turn it back and save it in. Top did get on the goaltender, was covered for the face off. Jason sends the face off over to Molly. Tough time playing it. Even tried to hold it to point, but Cedar Rapids did pick it up too. Neutral ice now in the zone. Bit of contrast on the far side. Now Looks to bring it up the near side. And a few flying Piper up the side. We dump it into the offensive zone for the Lakers, and then follow it up and meet at the end boards with the Cedar Rapids player. The reverse and look for a clear. He tried to go center with it. Took us through where Keegan picks it up and sends it on the goaltender. Big rebound, but nobody there for the Lakers. Got back down below the goal line. Grayson's going to fight for possession. Triple skate holds it up, and Grayson pins it into the corner. Looking to advance now. Even shot on a print. Advanced into the Lakers zone. Selected by Aubrey. Oh, looks like we got a check. That'll be a whistle. And the Lakers will go on the power play. Aubrey took the worst of that hit, but it will send the Lakers on the power play with a scoring opportunity. Appears to be all right. She's climbing over the boards. 10:29 remaining in the first period. The Lakers are going to power play. The solid line of Molly, Sloan, and Piper is out with McKenna and Avery playing defense. Sloan controls. The face off moves it over to Avery on the near side boards. Avery's going to battle for the puck there. He's going to send it across, but it gets deflected out of his zone. The Lakers will have to reset before they start the power play pass. Piper's going to skate it into the zone. She gets a shot on the net, gets their own rebound, unable to get it past the goaltender there. Scoring attempt, McKenna's scooped up and sent the wrist back onto the goaltender with skills and set up an offensive zone faceoff for the Lakers with a minute 33 remaining. Settled on the power play, settled 2 remaining in the first period. All right, Sloan Lindsay back clean to McKenna. McKenna puts a shot that just goes wide of the net. May have been deflected by the goaltender there. Peter Rapids defender will control and send it to the length of the ice where Pierre comes out to control it and hand it off to McKenna. We do have a little bit of aggressive play by Cedar Rapids with 2 skaters in the no offensive zone on that clearing attempt. Everybody's back now. The Lakers offensive zone where they were set up, hoping to put one past the goaltender with a minute remaining in this power play. Looks like board, McKenna pinches to hold in, moves it forward, taking it forward to Sloan, but it was caught up by the defender in the board. And put it out to center ice. Lakers will reset and try again. Cross ice pass to Harper. Harper's going to skate ahead. We got Sloan as well. 2 defenders in. Put it above the glove side of the defender. The power play goal with 9 minutes and 8 seconds remaining. Harper had the goal. I did not see the assist. I believe the cross ice pass came from McKenna. If it was going to be a assist, it would be a her. The Lakers lead 1-0. Lakers switch all 5 skaters. Lily's going to pick the face off, flanked by Audrey and Zena. Steven and Faye, the defenders. Lily wins the face off, but does get eventually get back to the Rapids. Controls the puck and takes it into the offensive zone. He's controlling the puck now, working with Audrey on that far side board, trying to advance it. Bouncing off first skate back into the boards. Audrey skips it ahead. 2 neutral ice. Doesn't look like there will be enough for an icing on this one, but Cedar Rapids does retreat back into the defensive zone to play this one and advance it up. Faye has that one to stop it. Looks like it would have gone for an icing, but she not. But the Lakers rotate it around. Puck battle for the puck at neutral ice. Leaked into the Lakers zone and did not come out. Bouncing puck, spinning puck. They're trying to grab control of it, but he makes a couple saves, but having a tough time getting the puck through. Stevens below the net now, trying to get control of it and get it cleared out. Cedar Rapids defender stand on the one timer at the point, and the puck was going down to their defensive zone. Audrey in the collision lost her stick in the Lakers offensive zone, but the puck stays there. Cedar Rapids now looking to break it out. Lakers backpedaling. Shot sent wide of the net, but the Cedar Rapids is there on the far side board. We do get a shot off on Kira. Blocker save. Now it looks like Molly moves the puck ahead. Piper is in a race to get to it, but he will lose that race. Is right on the line. Molly clears the zone and Jason brings it in. Far side board. Brings it under the goal and reverses back to McKenna, who comes up to throw that point deflected on the goal by Grayson. Nice save for the Lakers there. They will take an offensive zone face-off. We've got Grayson, Molly, and Piper out there with Avery and McKenna, the defenders. 7 minutes, 12 seconds remaining in the first. Cedar Rapids controls the face-off. They're going to skate it out of his zone, and they're still creating a 2 neutral ice. McKenna stops it to bringing it into the neutral zone. They had to retreat because they would have been off guides. McKenna threw the timing of that one off. Come back. Looks like, it did touch the offsides. Skater on the far side. Those offsides in the puck came in, so they're going to bring it out of the zone for a face-off. Lakers are going to play the forwards, bring in the Sloan, Piero, Harper line. So Avery and McKenna on defense. Sloan wins the faceoff back to McKenna. McKenna off the boards pass to Harper, who looks for bringing it into the zone. Turn back out of the zone. McKenna collects. He's going to send a cross-ice pass to Kira. He's going to place it down under the red line with Harper in pursuit. Avery comes up to Tim at the point, but it does leak out to neutral ice where Avery will collect it. Turn and fire it back, and it's stopped at center ice by a Roughrider defender. The right offside call would have been on, so they had to clear the zone. Harper's able to dump it down low, below the net. Avery picks it up and sends it back towards Harper, but still below the net. Looks you got to almost try to wrap around the fence, but goalie had it sealed up well. He might have put it off the side of the net anyway. Harper with a nice stand at the blue line there to deny entry. He had help from McKenna behind. McKenna now controls it and is skating it up through center ice. Now the pass out to Harper. He turns and fires. He did not make the red line, so that'll come back for an icing. The Lakers are going to change all 5 skaters, and we'll take a defensive zone face off. Golston on the dot now with Keegan taking it below the net. Keegan loses possession of the puck. Centering the front is knocked down in front by Shea. Scooped up by Golston. He's going to skate it out of his zone. Had a good head of steam, but got the poke checked away. It's back in the Lakers zone now. Keegan's going to turn. Look to clear it. Shea will eventually get it out of his zone. The Rough Riders take over at center ice though. Molly in pursuit. Now back in the Lakers zone. And the Rough Riders are advancing. Plays back on defense, and Baseman kind of gets in between puck handler and the puck and passes it over to Piper. Piper collects and Baseman skating it up. Lost control of it and steals back to the row that's there and for the Lakers. Still goes back to retrieve it. Works on bringing it up. Centering pass to Grayson, still in the zone. Grayson passes ahead. Through neutral ice, where Piper takes over. He chips it into the zone. Leon Battle. Shot gets saved by the goalie. Battle with the puck going through on the near side board. Piper controls, tries to dump it down where Lily chases after it. Back to Piper. And sent back around to the end board where Lily will pick it up. And the Lakers are working on getting some changes. That's communication between Keegan and Shea there, but they do hold the zone and they're looking to advance it. Rough Riders control, cross ice pass, gets it out of the zone, stays there to pick up the skater. Pass back to center ice, goes after here, the stick. Ivy picks it up and tries to advance it, but puts it back, and the call will be icing against Cedar Rapids. It comes to a face-off in Watertown's offensive zone with 3 minutes and 54 seconds remaining in the first period. And 1-0 Watertown lead. Lily, Audrey, and Audrina are the forwards out for Watertown. McKenna and Avery defense. Takes a face off. Run by Cedar Rapids, and they're going to skate it up out of the zone through neutral ice, and McKenna will meet the skater. Audrey with a nice back step to be there. We'll turn it back to the point when it's collected by Cedar Rapids. Goes due to be the pass is a little too hot to handle, so we can straight it in. Blocked down by Avery there. Avery's going to skate it ahead to neutral ice and a good face into Watertown zone. 2 wins are right there. Nice job by Avery to get the zone for the Lakers. Just turned over now, but looks like that one went past everybody. Will be called for icing, and the Lakers will make a change. For the forwards, at least, looks like defensive change as well. They've got the Spirit line, Piper line, for forwards with Keegan and Shea on defense now. 2:17 remaining in the first. Going to take the face off. Five side back. He wins it back. Between Kira and Keegan. Sloan drops it back to Keegan. Keegan's going to load up a lifter. Fire it off the backboards where Sloan from Vegas trying to get a shot, but he met a Rough Rider defender there as well. Straight along the near side boards, and Cedar Rapids is looking to move it out. They do get it to neutral ice, but Lakers are pulling it back. Sloan with Harper. Harper now sends a shot wide, but it's picked up on the far side by Kira, who sends it towards the net, and they eventually saved by the goaltender. Harper hacking away at the rebound there, but to no avail. He had it peeled up on that side. They get another offensive zone face off. No one is set to take it. Keegan comes up and fires a shot off the skate of one of the Cedar Rapids defenders. Still in Lakers zone though. Harper plays it along the wall. He's got here there to Harper. Puck is still tied up along the boards there. It looks like Cedar Rapids controls down along the end boards now. He's going to bring it up the near side. Pass back across was actually intercepted by Kira before the goal out net was saved and bounced back out. So Lakers area two as Cedar Rapids advances through neutral ice and dumps it down to the corner. Stay was in pursuit there. Centering the pass was blocked by Stay. Steeled back to the near side boards, back out to the point. This shot from the point gloved by Kira for the save. It's Kira Reppy, not to be confused with Kira the forward. Good save by Kira, and that'll put up a face off with Watertown changing it up. The Graceland, Molly, and Piper line will come out with Avery and McKenna on defense. Graceland takes the face off. Nobody really wins it clean, but Piper does skate in to take it and skate it out of the zone. He's moving it up the near side board. Gains the Watertown zone. Cedar Rapids is shooting back pretty fast for that one, though. They do carry it along the end boards and move it up the far side now, looking to get it out. Held in by Avery. Nice stick again there, but it does stick out. Avery sends it back to McKenna. McKenna is going to send it ahead. Yeah, they control no Jason with a front. Oh, he turns on the side of the and then a second attempt as well. The goaltender will cover it. Good opportunity for Jason there. If couldn't get a first guess. Jason will take the face off now. Alongside Piper and Molly, McKenna and Avery waiting into defensive at the blue line. Person wins it back clean to McKenna. McKenna gathers the puck, sends it up the boards below the goal line. Molly and Grayson pursue. Centering pass by Grayson. Kind of collected awkwardly by Piper. He never had a chance to come around to get it on ice, but still, Watertown is able to hold the zone. Avery fires one towards the net. Avery stopped and frozen by the goaltender to set up another offensive zone face off on the far side dot. Watertown looking to change it up. They send all five skaters off and bring on the Sloan, Harper, and Kira line with Shea and Keegan on defense. So it's starting to get rowdy with House and Cone coming on over the House scoopers. Sloan wins the face-off back to Keegan. He loads up a wrist shot and sends it towards the goal, wide to the right of the goaltender, but Harper is there to fit a start there. The shot on the goaltender. Puck is still loose. Cedar Rapids looking to move it up the near side board. Sloan breaks up that attempt, and the center right he looks to turn it back and reading the offensive zone further work. He takes it up the right side to stop inside the blue line. Cedar Rapids will skate it out of the zone. Harper intercepts, and between Harper and Keel, they are able to regain the offensive zone, and it was the puck makes it back around below the net. Another clearing attempt from Cedar Rapids. Play meets her at the blue line to keep it in the zone, but second, the Cedar Rapids player came and did get it out. Lakers back collecting in the zone now. Cedar Rapids changes. Stevens bringing it up the right side of the ice, but gets the pocket picked at the blue line. Here turns and fires back into the offensive zone and carries off to the third. Cedar Rapids skating 2 neutral ice now. Keegan ties up their advance. Harper with a good job with a quick post check there as the time in the first period expires. 1-0 Watertown lead. Watertown's back on the ice to start the second period. The sixth side, Grayson, Molly, and Piper will start for the forwards for Watertown. Kay and Keegan at defense. Um, excuse me. Uh, Faceoff comes back into the Watertown zone. Keegan plays over to Kay. Kay's going to move it up the far side boards, gets out the neutral ice, but taken by Cedar Rapids back into the zone. Nice poke check by Grace from there to stop a scoring opportunity. Still in the zone next year. Does a good job keeping it below the line where Keegan picks it up and is going to look to advance it up the far side boards there. She passes off to Piper, who loses control. Keegan follows. Took a little too much time on that one. Couldn't get a clearing attempt out of it. Um, Tied up against the boards now. Piper's working with. Gets it back to Keegan, who tries to send it forward again. Has an issue. They're going to reverse ice and try to bring it up the other side, it looks like. Stays over there to help. Now Grayson back over to the far side. He's going to work to get it there. Not spending a lot of time below the Lakers goal line here to start the second period. Looks like Mario will get to this one first and have a chance to fill around and send it up. Blocked by a Rough Rider who were able to get a one-timer off. Lakers in desperate need to get a clear here. Taylor looks to move it ahead, flips it. Grayson finally does. Piper was waiting for that one to bring in the offensive zone. Now Grayson's going to send a shot on net that is scooped up by the glove of the Rough Riders goaltender. 15:32 remaining in the second. Maybe wondering what time the Lakers play tomorrow, and the result of this game will probably determine that. With a loss tonight, the Lakers will play at 8:30 tomorrow morning. With a win, they will play the third, fourth place game likely around noon tomorrow. So, probably we'll keep you posted on Team Snap as far as when the next game is going to be. So we'll make sure that you guys are in the know. The confusion with the cup in front of the net there. Avery comes in to keep it in for the Lakers, but eventually now is going to move out to neutral ice, where corrected by Rough Rider skater, but McKenna was very quickly to turn the ice and start the advance, back up the ice for the Lakers. He gets pinched at the near side boards, and F is going to look to go cross ice with it. It goes through Audrey, but does get through neutral ice, and A little bit of a reprieve back now into the Lakers defensive zone. McKenna's going to skate with the lone Rough Rider. Avery now on it. He's going to look to move it up the far side. She's got help with Audrey if she needs it. She's going to send it the length of the ice. Now he's going to come back for an icing. The Lakers are going to go to the bench. Get some fresh legs out there. We've got the lone Harper Kira line coming out. Defenders are going to change it up too. We've got Steven and States coming out to take the defensive zone face off. All right, Lakers control the face off. Steven moves it ahead with Kira. Met at the near side board trying to get it cleared. Here's going to go cross ice now. Harper is skating through it to pick it up. She tempers it ahead and gives pursuit herself. She gets a self-ended shot that went into the stick of the goaltender and took it under. I believe that one went 5-hole for the goal for Harper. Her second of the game puts Watertown ahead 2-0 with 14:18 remaining in the second period. Sometimes you put the puck on net and good things happen. That was the case there. So Lakers with a 2-goal lead now. Going to keep the state skaters out on the ice. I believe the officials were asking us some help as far as who the assist going from that one. I don't know if that was Stephen Cross pass that set Harper up. But he controls the face-off and is in the offensive zone again and puts a shot from the blue line on net before she breaks to the bench for a change. Sloan is face on in the corner there. It looks like she took a shot to the back. That's going to be a pressure cross check that sends the Lakers on the power play again. We'll see what the call is here from the official. But it is Rough Rider number 35 going to the bench for 2 minutes. I didn't see a call. One if it's a call and the other one over. I'm not sure what they're going to discuss. What happened in the far side corner there? I don't know if the hit came in a little high, if they're talking about head contact or what, but calls going to be 2 minutes for Rocket. Just a standard minor penalty, nothing more. Right the forwards now, we're going to have the Lily Molly Harper, with a mixed up line. Evan Sloan might be getting looked at there after taking the hit in the corner. Cedar Rapids wins the face off and is advancing. McKenna skating back against the lone skater coming up. Looks like we're going to get a whistle here. We had a player go down on the far side boards and stay down. We're going to get an injury timeout. He's getting up now. It looks like he's going to be able to stay off on it. Good to see if he's all right. All right, so let's take the face off now. We're going to take it. Harper controls the face off and sends it off the boards. First and after the puck is down ice, Stephen does keep it in at the point. Near side boards, it does get out now with McKenna backpedaling. Cedar Rapids on the short hand of the clock. McKenna is able to get back out to neutral ice. Where it will be collected by Lily. Lily moving forward now. Harper waits at the blue line with Molly. Lily's going to skate it all the way in and send a shot off of the left pad of the goalie. Clearing attempt ends up on Harper's stick. She's going to take it around. Look to the left. I'm attempting no settling pass out to Lily, but she was tied up with the defender and couldn't get a shot on. McKenna ties it up at the point now. Harper coming in to help dislodge it, keep it in the zone for the Lakers. He goes cross-ice pass to Keegan. He's going to load up a wrist shot and send it high off the goaltender. Now still loose, and now it is covered by the goaltender. an offensive zone faceoff with 50 seconds remaining in the power play for the Lakers. 12:55 remaining in the second period. Confusing on the Lakers. They're trying to get the 9 steps. Looks like Sloan is back out there. He's going to play wing on this line with Grayson at center and Piper on the right wing. McKenna and Keegan, the defenders, still for the power play. Cedar Rapids controlled the face-off, tried to get it cleared. Keegan stopped it at the blue line, but was not able to get it back into the zone. Grayson collects in neutral ice and is skating it up the near side. He stopped, gets to a forehand, and hit the goal on. It was hit the shot on goal. It did bounce off the rebound and was covered up by the goaltender. A second attempt. 31 seconds remaining on the power play. Looks like they're going to go to the near side dot. Grayson taking the face off again. He does end up winning control and attempted to get a shot off, but her stick is blocked. Lakers do keep it down in the zone, though, so it's going on that battle there. Piper into the corner. Puck comes out to the point. Even loads up the wrister. It's loved by the goaltender for the Roughriders. 15 seconds remaining in the power play. Wilson wins the faceoff over to Piper, but she's unable to control it, and the Rough Riders skated out to neutral ice. A straight 1-on-3 into the offensive zone, and McKenna meets her. Her shot attempt is right across the face of Kira. Cedar Rapids comes out full strength now. There's straight from the penalty goal. They move out of Graceland with higher whisper that they got the goaltender off guard, but ends up in the back of the net anyway. Grayson's going to skate down the line and celebrate with her teammates, putting the Lakers ahead 3-0 with 11 minutes and 57 seconds remaining in the second period. That one came right after the power play. Ready to take the face off now with Adrina and Audrey. Avery and McKenna in at defense. Cedar Rapids controls the action and pushes the puck deep into their offensive zone. The Lakers count on it. Lily's in the battle with two Rough Riders and moves it up to neutral ice, skates it up. She's got Audrey in front of the net. She sends one soft ice, a little high, a little hot for anyone to knock it down and skate back out to neutral ice where Avery will collect it and go. Well, it's going to go D to McKenna, but reverse it, try to go back up the near side boards. Cedar Rapids sends it down where McKenna collects it and still working up the far side. Stops and reverses and works it out the center. It's a nice little toe drag there to give her some space and after shooting through neutral ice. She's got Audrey working to the center and she's on the far side. Tries to send it in. Cedar Rapids works on the breakout. Now they're going through the neutral ice. Nice poke check by McKenna there. To let David's Patriots. Everything's going to be raised off here as it gets through neutral ice back into the Lakers offensive zone. Kira gives trace to the Rough Rider as they bring it behind their own net. Harper's on it now. He collects, sends it over to Kira, goes through her legs into the corner. She's going to be cut off to the puck underneath the net. Cedar Rapids will reverse it, try to go up the far side, reverse it again, try to go up the near side board. Pass off the boards, Keegan fans on the slap shot, the one-time attempt. Sloan collects there, moves it back to Harper, and Harper Work on the breakout. He gets it ahead to Kira, who crosses the blue line, is met by a defender, but still keeps it in. We're going to get a whistle. Kira brought it in offside or what, but we're going to get a face off outside of the Lakers offensive zone. Sloan set to take the face off here. She wins it back to Keegan. Keegan collects and retreats into her own zone. Moves it ahead the boards, up the boards to Harper. Now Kira is going to send a shot wide of the net, but Harper collects on the far side. Turns to send it back. Sends a shot off the goaltender who was loading. Nice centering pass by Sloan there. Harper was able to get another shot off on net, but goaltender made a good save, and the Lakers were able to retreat. Keegan picked up the puck on the near side boards, lost it, regained control, and now is looking to make the breakout pass, but is bouncing out of the zone. Grayson settles it down, collects, and sends it ahead to Harper. Going to beat off the icing call. Tried to settle, but it was deflected by a Rough Rider. Molly is tied up now on the far side corner. Harper into the stiff. Looks like there's still kind of a scrum over there. Peter Rapids comes away with it, tries to reverse up the near side boards where Grayson meets them. They do advance it up outside the zone though, and looks like they're going to get a Laker penalty here. Harper got a interference is going to be the call on Harper. He's trying to go for the touch to cut off the Rough Riders right in front of the Lakers bench there. He's going to go to the box for 2 minutes for interference. It'll be the first penalty kill of the game for the Lakers. 8 minutes, 55 seconds remaining in the second period. Jason set to take the face off. Cedar Rapid wins it back to the point, goes B to B. Shot on goal, gloved by Kira. And set up a face off again in the defensive zone. Jason wins it back this time, but Cedar Rapids eventually gains control back out to the point. And go B to B there. Put up a wrist shot. Nice blocker save by Kira. He had to stand up and reach for that one, but knocked it down. Unable to clear the zone. Centering attempt by Cedar Rapids was a little too hot to handle. And now is going to try to send it up the ice. It's held at the point. And the save by Kira. We made it through on net, but Kira was ready for it. Minute 25 remaining on the power play. Penalty kill, rather, for the Lakers. We have Lily out there with Kira, Molly, and McKenna at B. I don't have anybody to take the face off right now. Kira's going to come in and handle that. Puck goes through the legs of the official, controlled by Cedar Rapids. They go B to B. Nice stick by Molly to block that attempt from the point. Cedar Rapids still controls, though. That one went through traffic. The rebound. Nice job by Kira to reverse in her crease there. Considering all the traffic in front of her on the near side, able to get over to the far side and make the save there. Really good play from Watertown's goaltenders today. Nyla had a really good game earlier today, and Kira is showing up in a big way. The props that she faced for this game. Here to take the face off again with Lily, Molly, and Keegan out there. Puck is steered to the near side boards here. Keegan will wait. Really looking to get an ice, trying to get the puck cleared. Not always control at the point and send it back in. There's below the net where Lily needs it with 2 Rough Riders. Here covers in between her pads, and we'll have another face-off. 46 seconds remaining on the power play. 7 minutes, 41 seconds remaining in the second period. 3-0 Watertown lead. Another face-off shot got on net there. The field is there to cover, so we will do the face-off again this time with 43 seconds remaining on the power play. Face-off one back for Cedar Rapids. They go D to D. Send a shot in from the left side point here. A lot of traffic. Cedar split up to make the glove save. I'll be getting an entire period's worth of work in this one power play. 37 seconds remains. He's had a lot of good saves. A lot of good saves. They're going to take this one from the near side dot. Change things up a little bit. We're going to have Dylan take the face off. Stephen's out there for defense. We've got Lily and Kira as well. Cedar Rapids controls at point. We send a pass in to the far side. Back up to the far side point, which Kira defending. Pushes it down to the far side circle. One time stop, then the center saved by Kira, but not stopped. They bring it back around. Centering pass is deflected to the corner by Keegan. The puck goes back underneath the net. Centered again by Cedar Rapids, broken up by Lily. Cedar Rapids wasn't able to get to it, and the defender was unable to hold the point. Hope is going to come out of the box and immediately intercepts the pass from the Roughriders. He's going to pass it along the boards and try to be the first one to get to it, but it is picked up by a Roughrider defender. Hope slid into the net there, knocked it off. Goaltender's going to try to get that back on without stopping play. Roughriders moving it through neutral ice. Throwing there to make a good defensive play to slow the advance. The Roughriders changed all of those girls, it looks like. Keegan playing the puck below the ice. Really got it, and he gets it up to Harper. Harper turns to pass to neutral ice. Covered to here, it looked like he's intercepted. He does get it up. But Spear was going after it. He didn't see the pass coming. Iceland was away back. I see the Rapid save it. Molly on it now. Return onto the ice for Kira. And Graceland controls the puck. Gets it in the Watertown zone, but it's immediately snapped up by a Rough Rider. After in the Watertown zone, Graceland advances it up the left side. He's going to put a shot on net, gloved by the Cedar Rapids goaltender. Sharp angle shot. But like I said, like we've seen previously this game, you never know what's going to happen when it gets towards the net. 5:48 remaining in the second period. 3-0 Watertown lead. Grayson's going to take the face off. He's got Piper and Molly out with her. Defenders right now are Avery and McKenna. Face-off is one clean back to Avery. She goes B to B over to McKenna, who puts a shot on net, kicked out, but controlled by Piper. Piper turns to center it to Grayson, but was into the feet of a Rough Rider. Play continues below the net and is coming up the near side boards where McKenna tried to pinch and save it from going, but I think going to be kicked into the Watertown defensive zone. Picked up by Grayson now, and she's going to start the breakout. Through neutral ice, she's skating. She's got Molly on her right. She's going to send a shot. It gets deflected below the net. Molly's anxious to get it, so Audrey's going to make an attempt to keep the zone with it. Avery pinches, sends it back below the goal line. Cedar Rapids picks it up and sends it across the ice to the far side boards. Tries to break it out there, and they do get it to center ice, and McKenna controls there. And sends it back to Lily. Lily's going to advance now and skate it into the offensive zone. She's going to take it herself. Loses control, and looks like this one's going to go for icing. It's cleared by a Cedar Rapids defender, but did not get touched on the way down. He's going to stay out on defense now. Larry centering the line with Adina and Audrey. Set to take the face off in the offensive zone for the Lakers. Face off wasn't one thing, but Cedar Rapids does control. They're going to go below the net and try to work it up. Keegan's going to make an attempt to pinch here. Um, the puck does get to center. Um, Cedar Rapids is going to advance and get it into the net, but stays to left and looks to skate backwards with it next few turns. A pass clearing attempt is intercepted. Cedar Rapids is going to set up in the offensive zone. Um, they collect from the on net, grab the guy to Watertown's going to change up the forwards. They've got the Kira, Harper, Sloan line. Sloan takes the space off, but it's run by Cedar Rapids. They're going to skate it in, blocked by Sloan. Uh, they tried to get a shot on net, play down below the net. Clay's going to gather it there. It looks like he's going to come away with it or reverse it over to the far side. Comes back to Keegan's side. He's going to look to get a clearing attempt. He tries to pass up to Kira. It does leap out of the zone, but he's picked up by Cedar Rapids. In their own zone now. Lakers looking to hold, and he's getting cleared. Looks like Jay would be the first one to get there and send it up ice where Harper collects. Jay to Harper, now also the thrown it into the zone and tips the puck ahead below the ice where Kira almost got there to get it. Kira Rapids is going to bring it up the near side board, gets it out of the zone, but loses it in center ice where Keegan sends it in at the red line. And the Lakers will look to hold the zone now. Cross ice pass was not connecting for Cedar Rapids. It did come out of the zone. Lakers had to reset. Harper, 2 shots on goal after he took the puck up and skated it into the zone. Now Cedar Rapids throws it up the far side, and it looks like they'll ice the puck. I'll come back to the Watertown zone for an offensive zone faceoff. Watertown changes it up. Avery and McKenna in on defense. Graceland, Piper, and Molly in on offense. Offensive zone faceoff. 2 minutes, 34 seconds remaining in the second period. Watertown wins the faceoff back to McKenna. He scrapes ahead up along the boards where he's tied up by 2 Cedar Rapids players. They're going to try to skate it out. They do get it out of the zone, but McKenna does regain control at center ice. It's thrown back around by Grayson. He skates it into the zone. One defender to boot. He poke checked it away from her, but he does collect below the zone, sends the centering pass. It's intercepted by Cedar Rapids. He's going to work on that breakout up the far side board. McKenna gathers it and turns it back around. Piper bringing it in now, skating it into the zone. He's going to send one wide of the net, but Molly's the first one there. Sends it back towards it. Almost had Piper in front of the net to tip that one home, but just wasn't quite there. Cedar Rapids works to bring it out up the far side. McKenna does a good job holding the zone there, but eventually they do get it out to neutral ice. Roughriders chip it in and go off to a turn. So Lakers will collect Avery back there to get it, and he's going to move it up ice. Looking for a cross ice pass into the feet of the Cedar Rapids player. McKenna's there to pick it up. He will send it over to Piper, coming up the far side boards. He's going to dump it in and go off to a screen. Grayson chases it down. Cedar Rapids looks to skate it out. Audrey out on the ice now. McKenna, Avery, Graceland, and we're getting another change. Now he's going after Audrina. Nice save by Kira there. Avery's looking to clear it for the Lakers. She passes back to McKenna, who collects underneath the net, reverses, gets it back over to Avery. He has a lot of time and space. Pass is intercepted at the point though. Flipped out again and unable to be cleared. Grayson tried skating it out, but got it stuck the roll. We're down to 35 seconds remaining in the period. As Grayson skates off for a change, and Lily's going to replace her. Avery cross ice, see McKenna. Under 30 seconds now as McKenna moves it up the boards to Lily. He gets pinned up at the boards, but right at the center line. Cedar Rapids controls now. They're going to look to enter the zone with it. They do get a shot that Kira steers wide of the net. Um, Near side boards now. McKenna's working against two Roughriders. They try to get it back out to the point where Brina intercepts, dumps back down, and McKenna's going to send it to the length of the ice as time expires in the second period. 3-0 Watertown lead. We're set to start the third period here with a 3-0 Watertown lead. Sloan is going to take the face off with Harper and Kira. Jay and Keegan will start at defense for the Lakers in the third here. Keegan looked to cover that one up and then ended up dumping it below the zone. Keegan was there to get it, get it ahead to Kira. Kira's going to work to break it out. He does get it to Harper, who's all alone. With a shot of a hat push, he sends that one high and wide. That was not off by a lot, the top corner there, but Watertown keeps it in the zone. Cedar Rapids fan on that attempt, but it did get out to neutral ice, and the Lakers are battling for it on the far side boards there. Kira comes away with it and chips it back into the Watertown zone. Cedar Rapids looking to clear. Broken up at neutral ice by Sloan. He's going to play it back to her defenders. Keegan retreats and grabs it. He's going to skate it up the near side. Work the way back towards center and turns it over. We got a 0-on-2 break for Cedar Rapids. The shot, initial shot saved by Kira. Looks like he saved the rebound too. And Watertown's going to work on the breakout. Kira passes across ice on the near side where Harper is waiting for it. Now Sloan finally gets it out of the into neutral ice. They're the Lakers, but the Roughriders control, and they go from the near side to far side. Pass from the red line does connect. Good play by Parker there to tie up the stick, but Cedar Rapids is able to get on the board there. Fight through the stick list and got one past Kira on her the left side, it looks like. Cedar Rapids opens the third period with a goal. Do 1-3 now. Watertown still with the lead, 15:29 remaining in the third. Yeah. Piper made a good play there, tying up the stick of the attacker, but he was able to fight through it and eventually get enough on it. The face-off is controlled back to McKenna. Just ahead up the left side where Piper grabbed it. Cedar Rapids having a tough time getting it out of the zone. They do skate it out now to neutral ice, but Watertown quickly to take it back. Grayson brings it back in the offensive zone. Is going to push the issue along the near side, back to the center ice where Piper collides with a Rough Rider. That's unable to clear the zone. Now they've got it. They're going to skate it out into neutral ice. McKenna backpedals with a couple of Lakers trailing the play here. The puck goes back below the net. Ocean's going to skate it out. Splits the defense there. 2 defenders, and Hero enter the zone on the far side. He turns, fires, and that one deflected off of a Rough Rider defender onto the goalie, who was ready for it and saved it. Looking at the team skaters, we've got Lily, Audrey, and Audrina out there with McKenna and Avery. And we'll take an offensive zone face-off here. See the Rapids controls from the far side boards. They look to start the breakout. Avery does a nice job pulling it at point, though. It's going to pull it back towards the center where Audrina is waiting for it. A tough time controlling it to get a shot on net though, and Cedar Rapids is going to start the breakout now. 2-on-1 against Avery. If he slows them down enough where Lily is able to get back and help, and the shot from above the circle, gloved by Kira. Lakers change it up, all 5 skaters now, going with the Sloan, Kira, Harper line, and Keegan and Trey in that defense. For this defensive zone face-off. Lakers control the face-off back below their net. Shay's going to turn and try to send it up the near side board where it meets Harper. Harper looks to get it out of the zone. Let the Rough Riders keep possession. They below the net, centering attempt kept back under the goal line by Kira. Cuban looks to advance it up to the other Kira now. It turned around, and it looks like Keegan caught it up in the midsection there. Another shot blocked by Keegan. Rough Riders bring it in. That one got through. It looked like on Kira, but was deflected out of the way. The Lakers are looking now to bring it up the near side. First off, we go ahead to Harper. Harper's working through neutral ice, passes it ahead to Kira. And Kira has 2 Rough Rider defenders converge on her, and they'll take it over and look to break it back out to center ice. McKenna out on the ice now. He will move it over to the far side where Piper brings it in and moves it back to Trey. Trey's going to pick it up. And her shot attempt was stopped, but he was able to regroup and get one on net. Tried to play the rebound, but a lot of splits, a lot of traffic in front there. Gilson now passes it back out to Trey. Trey's going to skate it in and send it back below the net where Molly waits for it. Sends it out to Lily or to Grapeland. Nice play there. It's a good save by the goalie for Cedar Rapids. Cedar Rapids going to look to break out. Through neutral ice. McKenna's there to stop the advance, but skated all the way to the goal, but we're unable to get a shot off. It did go back below the line. McKenna's holding it now. There, the puck does squirt out, so it looks like Avery will have a chance to move it up. He's going to skate with it and pass it over to her left where Piper takes over. Piper's moving it up now. He's going to dump it in below the line. And the Lakers will try to set up on offense. Controlled by Cedar Rapids. They're working on the breakout. Nice stick by Piper there to keep it in. And Molly gets a shot off while she was met by a defender and lands on the ice. They're in the 10th. I got all the way through by Grayson there, and Molly was there for the rebound. Wasn't able to get it through the pads, and the goalie there in the center of the foot race wins it. They keep it in the zone for Watertown and sends a shot on net that is rebounded out and controlled by Cedar Rapids. We're going to move it up the near side. Goes at the center in neutral ice, and now McKenna will look to bring it back in the zone. He's going to dump it on the far side off the glass as Watertown is surging forwards behind her. Lily now chases it down below the goal line. She's got Audrina out in front. She's going to turn and fire one off of the glove side of the goalie. He does freeze it. We'll have an offensive zone face-off. Keegan and Shea on defense for the Lakers. It's still Lily, Audrey, and Audrina um, for the forwards. Peter Rapids controls the draw, and they're going to move ahead into neutral ice. They're going to gain the zone here offside. It looks like the timing was really put some pressure on the puck handler and ended up throwing the timing off enough where Peter Rapids came in offside. 10 minutes, 58 seconds remaining in the third period. Watertown ahead 3-1. Looking to preserve that lead, and Bills are looking to sweep in tomorrow for the later game, I think. Sloan set to take the face-off flanked by Harper and Kira. Keegan and Chase still out there for defense. Cedar Rapids controls and skates it into their zone. Blocked again by Keegan on the far side. But it does get out to neutral ice, where Cedar Rapids controls and sends it back in. Keegan's looking to get it cleared again. He gets it at the feet of Kira, but it's sent back in. And thought I heard a whistle, but play goes on. Keegan's got it along the boards there. Sloan comes out of that and is going to reverse to the near side and try to get it up. He's going to skate it out of his zone. He's got Harper and Kira with her. So nice breakout by the Lakers. And Sloan gets it back to Harper. Harper's tied up along the board. She sends it back to McKenna, who's going to send a wrist shot, pad served by the goalie into the corner. Harper is going to send one off the side of the net. It settles along the end board. Sloan meets a Cedar Rapids player there. Still in the Lakers offensive zone. Sloan with a nice takeaway, sends it off the post, right in the corner of the post where the post meets the crossbar. Good shot by Sloan, good scoring opportunity, but rings goaltender's favorite sound, I think, as they say, the ringing of the crossbar. Lakers still in the offensive zone. McKenna's going to come up to hold this. He makes an aggressive move. Hold the zone. Harper's going to control now. With one defender in front of her. Quick first shot down. Going to move it up. Avery holds it at the point. Sends it back down to Harper. Harper plays it below the line. Sloan there. Graceland there now. Puck caught up in her feet. She gets the pass out to Harper, who sends one to the Roughrider goalie. Who plays it off of her chest and covers as it lands in front of her. 9 minutes and what the clock is. 9 minutes and 9 minutes and counting. Looks like they didn't freeze it. I thought we covered that one, but play continues. Piper now with it, moves it. Nice entering pass to Lewis. He's going to bring it up, and she's got help with Miley, one defender. Grayson's going to take it over. Sends her shot just wide. Tried to put that far side part of the net, but McKenna does catch it at point, keeps it in. Audrey now looks to center it back to Graceland. McKenna's going to pinch here to keep the zone while Audrey retreats and takes her place at the point. Audrey gets leveled. Looks like incidental contact there, though. That's the second time she's taken a big hit. McKenna at center ice reverses field, and she's going to skate forward and dump it in off the end boards and she'll go off the game. Audrey, the first Laker on it in the offensive zone. Really now in a fight along the boards on the near side here. Cedar Rapids looks to bring it up and will gain the offensive zone, but Watertown will take control of it. With Shea, who just came off the bench, being the first defender there. Cedar Rapids looks to send it back out the point. Close it down and tries to send it to the other point. Passes a little too up the handle and will send it into the corner. A lot of time unable to clear. That turn around the front turn off the stick. Still on the near side boards. Audrey's going to push the issue with Adrina just coming on the ice now. Cedar Rapids controls any game is zone or Avery is waiting. Avery and Shea out there on defense now. Looks like Lily just had her stick knocked out of her hand. Look, it's playing underneath their zone. Avery with a attempted pass almost went on net to negate the icing, but we'll come back into the zone for icing. Watertown could get tough skaters out there. Keegan and Shea will be the defenders, and it will be the Sloan, Harper, and Kira line. Sloan set to take the face off in the defensive zone for the Lakers. 7 minutes and 5 seconds remaining in the third period. Watertown leads 3-1. Watertown controls the face-off, but unable to get it out of the zone. It does come back, and Scott does go on net. He is able to make the save, not use it, but Watertown does control it, and now it spins Kira and Harper. Kira does get a shot on net there. Close play at the blue line there. Watertown got an offensive run face-off. Kira plays it back to Keegan. Keegan loads and sends it towards the net. Harper is there to collect now. Back out the point where Shea skates ahead. Sends a centering pass to Sloan, who tries to deflect on net, but doesn't. Kira now up in front of the net with another good shot attempt. He's had a great day between the two games. Lots of shots on goal for Kira Hedman. That one beloved by the goaltender. You got to think that one of these is going to go in for it sometime, and you can feel it as he kicks to the bench. Grayson's got to take the face-off now, flanked by Piper and Molly. Keegan and Chase, over defenders out there. Grayson wins it back to Stray, but he has a tough time handling it. Keegan collects and neutralized. He turns it back towards the near side boards where Grayson plays it in. He's going to fight a couple of Roughriders there to keep it in the zone, but they are going to be able to skate it out. Settling pass is arrived. He's just going to pick that one up and now skate it in if he's going to take the zone. Try to drop it back for the trailing Lakers. Molly flips it ahead. Flips it ahead again. And is able to, Jason's able to battle for it. Sent back by Piper. Back to Keegan at point. Keegan gets a shot off the basket out onto the goaltender. We got a Rough Rider skating off the ice here. Looks to be a little shaken up. A lot of times changes the defensive pair with McKenna and Avery are out now. Forwards are still going to be Boyson, center, Piper to the left, and Malley to the right. Boyson wins the face-off over to Malley, but was intercepted on the way. Clearly, the attempt was collected by the Lakers there, and McKenna's going to skate it back into their own zone and look to set up for a breakout for Watertown. He passes it off the break to Piper, who's a little bit caught up trying to bring him into the zone, and end up getting a little bit more time in neutral ice now as we try to get in there. Grayson does come to help out and gets it tipped in below the line. Watertown will look to set up in the offensive zone. Cedar Rapids controls, looks to clear, but the puck is controlled at the point by McKenna is going to send it play from that. Wide left, Molly, the first Laker there to play it. Cedar Rapids is going to reverse fast behind the goal where Piper meets the breakout. They do get it out of the zone. Avery is skating with the defender. They're going to change positions so that we can stop the shot on net. That one does go below the goal. And nice shot opportunity there. Avery's going to play it B to B behind the net, but it goes off and McKenna skates. Cedar Rapids had a tough time handling that one. He wasn't able to get a shot on. Now Jason looks to skate up ice. He's swerving through defenders. Once he brings it up on the left side and sends a forehand shot to the goaltender, covered up with 4 minutes and 27 seconds remaining. All right, Watertown's going to change it up. Keegan and Shea are out there on defense now. Sloan at center with Helpy and Kira, the forwards. Watertown's going to keep the zone. The puck goes back to Shea, but that one does trickle off those sticks. Watertown's going to have to play. She goes B to Keegan. You're bringing up the right side. Can't get the puck out of the stick, but Kira's there to help tip it in. Immediately taken over possession by Rough Riders there. They're afraid Shea will take possession now and try to move it up. Comes back to her. She goes B to Keegan. He was going to look to send to the head, and she did catch Keegan there. That one, or kept Kira there. That one was tipped, so they wave off icing, and Watertown will keep the offensive zone. Clearing attempt controlled by Shay, but was unable to get the pass off, and Watertown a clear again. Keegan ripped on her pass attempt, and Cedar Rapids was able to get it in the zone, but Watertown has it tied up on the far side there. Looks like Sloan's going to pull that over the Harper, who's going to be one-on-one with the defender. Now they've got two back, but he splits the far side defender. He's going to get it below the net. Watertown gets a change behind her. Now Harper centering past the Grace, and a little too much for her to handle off this stick. Does strip it out to neutralize. Watertown's going to have to clear. Harper passes back to Lily and goes off to a change. And Lily working on getting it out of the zone. Over on the far side there, Keegan's going to send a centering pass ahead. Piper is going to give face with one. Cedar Rapids defender is going to pull it up off the board to and it's off a nice attempt there, but she loses control going to the side. McKenna corralled that one, and now Grayson controls. Passes off the board to Piper with Avery back there. Avery's going to flip ahead. He gets the controls now. McKenna's going to bring it below the net and look to bring it up the far side. Lily centering past the Grossman. Broken up in center ice, but he's going to pass it off the boards to Piper. Piper's going to dump below the goal line. Roughriders first one there to take it. Lily is not far behind now. It's in the center and past two Grossman. It was intercepted. Piper now on it. Pickles out of the zone. Watertown quickly brings it back in after they clear the icing. Lily throwing it on the far side. McKenna's going to jump up and take this one, send it towards the net. It goes wide. And he's going to stay back on defense. Piper now controls the catch. He gets a shot wide. Rebound off the glass in the back, comes back to her, and she sends it to the goaltender who freezes it. 1 minute, 52 seconds remaining. Still a 3-1 Laker lead. We have to see if Cedar Rapids makes a move here, sends the goaltender to the bench, try to get the extra attacker, or they're going to play it out as is. Sloan set to take the face off. Here to the right, Harper to her left. Avery and McKenna, the defenders. Cedar Rapids controls the face-off, looking to break it out, but it's called in. It's zone by Avery. He's going to send it back in. Sloan redirects that one, but played well by Cedar Rapids goaltender. Good scoring attempt by the Lakers, but good save as well. And we will get the face-off in the far side down. They Lakers control for a minute there, but Cedar Rapids does get it out to neutralize. McKenna slows the play enough that Avery's able to get back and stop it from being a 2-on-1. Puck dangerously sitting out in front of Kira for a long time. She finally gets it kicked out, but the Lakers are unable to clear it. Looks like it is an empty net now, and Harper is going to skate it into the offensive zone and have a chance at the empty net. Going to be an empty netter for Harper for her hot pick. Third goal of the night with 1 minute and 9 seconds remaining in the game. And Cedar Rapids will send the goalie back out for the remaining 1 minute and 9 seconds. Watertown is going to send out Keegan and Faye. The Grayson ready to take the face off. Piper and Molly and the rest of the forwards. Grayson wins it back, but really unable to control it. Cedar Rapids gains the zone. Nice play by Piper there to take the puck away. But unable to get it cleared. Shot from the blue line is gloved by Kira and Frozen. In 55 seconds, we'll have a defensive zone face-off for the Lakers. Grayson wins the face-off, clear controls, and is going to run it back below the net. Lakers are going to try to clear on the far side, but Cedar Rapids is there to hold it in. Shea blocked the shot attempt, but Cedar Rapids holds. The puck is uh, got up into the breathers with Keegan. Peter Rockets sends one into the corner from the point, and the Lakers will look to clear out to center ice here. Keegan's going to give chase. That one's slowed down by Keeler on its way past her. He's going to pass it off the boards to Piper, who's going to face after it. Graceland right behind her, and Watertown's going to be in the offensive zone with 10 seconds remaining. Keegan loads up for one more shot attempt. That one goes wide. And with 3 seconds remaining, it looks like this one's going to end in a 4-1 Watertown win. Great game for the Lakers. Great game for Kira in net. Kira had a penalty kill sequence where she stopped about as many shots as you normally see in a period, which is great. And they won the big get by. It really was a unpredictable one that the defender was able to fight through and get one on. So great effort by the Lakers. They played well. Looks like they're going to play for third and fourth place tomorrow, but wait for official confirmation on that. We're not 100% sure that time yet.